Is someone dead yet? Monokuma, is someone dead yet? Please say Byakuya is dead. First things first, to the dining hall. Ooh, which took me straight there. I found myself in surprisingly high spirits and hurried to the dining hall. But when I found out what was waiting there for me... Is this it? What happened to the others? Aren't they coming? There was only 3 people in the dining hall. Sakura, Hina, and Kyoku. So including me, only 4 people? God, this is why I hate people who take their sweet time with everything.
However...
Anyway, let's wait a little while longer for the others. So we decided to wait in case anyone else showed up. But no matter how long we waited, is someone dead? Is Byakuya dead? Is Byakuya dead? Please say Byakuya is dead. It's 8 o'clock. We've been waiting a full hour. Why haven't the others come? Hiro and Celeste have never missed a day until now. What I'm really worried about is Hifumi and Taka. They were more eager than anyone to look for Alter Ego, and they're not here. They could be looking. Something must have happened.
It would seem...
I was careless. I was too distracted by Alter Ego. But Monokuma gave us a motive. There was no way something wouldn't happen eventually. Monokuma's motive. To be honest, I'd forgotten. Oh god. I had forgotten about the money.
I prepared this graduation present. What do you think?
Don't tell me someone did something for money. That's what I wanted to say, but I didn't bother. I already understood. I understood, and I hated that I did. You can never really know another person completely. Anything can happen, and you can't consider it strange. Not really.
Hey.
We need to look for the people who never showed up. Let's track them down.
Hey.
We can cover more ground if we split up. Sakura, you check the dorms. Make sure to check all of our rooms. Makoto, you check the first floor of the school. Meanwhile, I'll check the second floor.
Okay.
Okay, then I'll check the third floor. Don't take any risks. If anything happens, call for help.
But...
I really hope nothing happens.
Well then.
Okay, let's go. Anxiety was written across each of our faces as we went our separate ways. Okay, I need to look around the first floor. Alright. Please be Byakuya. Please be Byakuya. Please be Byakuya. Please be Byakuya. Either the murderer or the murderee. Either way. I wasn't really expecting the classrooms to have anything in either of them. Someone come here. What? That was Hina. She's supposed to be checking the third floor. I flew up the stairs leading to the third floor. Right away, I saw her standing there in the hallway.
Please.
Makoto, what's wrong? It's awful. The rec room door was open. And when I looked inside, I saw... What did you see? I better get the others, right? I'm gonna go get him. You go ahead, Makoto. She was rushing to the rec room. By this point, I was acting without thinking. I leapt into the rec room. The first thing I saw in the rec room was... Oh, fuck. It was Celeste, and she was hurt. What happened? Makoto. Celeste, what happened? I was stupid. I got attacked. By who? I'm not sure. Some sort of strange man. Strange man. A suspicious person whose existence is so unusual I can't help but call him strange. Hold on. Where's my physical media? Something's happening as we speak. So. That's, 8 p.m. or 8 a.m. Hina, Sakura, and Kyoko, dining room. Celeste, third floor, attacked by strange man. It was some sort of strange, suspicious individual, and that man attacked me with the hammer on the ground there. With hammer. Left in rec room. What is this? Some kind of wooden hammer or something? Pretty strange design. Something's written on its head. Justice 1 hammer. This is the hammer he attacked me with. I barely managed to avoid the blow, but I stumbled and fell. I now curse my lack of daily exercise. So you were attacked with this? Makoto, Celeste.
Okay.
I found Sakura. Celeste, what on earth happened here? Apparently she was attacked by a strange man. A strange man. Tell us everything you can remember, Celeste. Be as detailed as you can. It all happened earlier this morning. Celeste woke up before 7 a.m. Nighttime was not yet over, but I knew it was about to end, so I decided it would be okay if I decided to take a little stroll around the first floor. Took a stroll on the quotation mark stroll. First floor. I understand now that was a mistake. This is where I first saw the strange man. I was immediately wary of him. He was obviously suspicious, so I decided to follow after him in secret. As I followed, I saw him go into the rec room. I tried to peek through the gap, which is when he noticed me and that's when you were attacked. It happened after 7 a.m., just after night time had ended. So it happened just after 7 o'clock. Then that was just about an hour ago, right when we were all meeting in the dining hall. Alright. Draw a big line. 7 a.m. Celeste. 8 a.m. Group goes to look for them. Well, this is already kind of weird. Because that means Celeste has been here for an hour after she got attacked, or close to an hour. That was just an hour ago, right when we were all meeting in the dining hall. The attack caused me to lose Okay, that would make sense. You did get hit by a fucking hammer after all. Scratch that out. Which would mean I was unconscious for about an hour. Well, I'm just glad you weren't hurt too badly. This is because I begged and groveled for my life. While you were unconscious? Quote, begged and groveled. I don't know how you did that. Maybe I should see what the next text box is first. I told him I would do anything if he spared me. I offered to lick his boots, whatever it took. So you were willing to throw away all your pride.
Indeed.
It is a necessary skill for survival. Anyway, the important thing now is that we go search for the suspicious individual. She did not elaborate on that. How did you beg for your life if you were unconscious? Celeste. Serious problem. What do you mean, a serious problem? When I looked at... Oh, you healed up fast. When I looked in the rec room, I saw the suspicious man was not alone. He had with him Hifumi. Hifumi? Had Hifumi with him in the rec room. After he attacked me, he dragged Hifumi away. You mean Hifumi was kidnapped? Shouldn't we start looking for him then? Listen, Celeste, did anything in particular stand out about this strange guy? Did anything stand out? Well, rather than trying to explain it, it would probably be faster if I simply showed you. Show us.
Indeed.
This is Afumi's hand-me-down, his digital camera. You don't mean...
Actually.
I was able to photograph the suspicious individual without him realizing. Let's see it. I wouldn't tell you not to be shocked, but I fear it would do you no good. Okay. What the fuck? Yeah, he's pretty suspicious. What? You were definitely right about the strange part. Was... Can't believe I'm about to fucking write this. Hifumi was kidnapped by the Megazord. How else do you describe it? Oh, hold on. R.J. written on shoulders. R left. No. R is on his right side. J is on his left side. They look really crudely painted on, so that might be important. Is that a robot costume? As I said, a very strange and suspicious individual, yes? So this weird robot guy dragged Hifumi away. And I took this right after being attacked. This is making less sense. I'm already suspicious about Celeste. Claims to have taken the picture right after being attacked. In other words, a full hour ago. Which is why if we don't hurry, it could become a serious problem. I believe I understand what happened. Well, there is much I don't understand, but the point is, someone like dressed like that dragged Hifumi away. It's kind of a weird way to drag him. Like, well, no, he is going backwards, isn't he? I guess. I'm like, he's hobbling forward with Hifumi like that. I guess he's dragging him to the door. This is the inside of the rec room. And it happened over an hour ago. This timeline's gonna be important. This is bad. We have to hurry. Celeste, do you know where this mysterious man went?
Let's see.
When they left the rec room, they headed left.
I see.
Headed left. Again, you said you lost consciousness, so I don't really know how you know that. We'll give you the benefit of the doubt for now and assume you passed out shortly afterwards instead of immediately, I suppose. Leading down to the second floor. Then he must be down there, right? That's where Kyoko was supposed to be. Speaking of which, why isn't Kyoko here? I didn't have time to go look for her.
This is bad.
If the strange man did head to the second floor, Kyoko might run into him. We have to hurry. As soon as the words were out of my mouth, we all rushed to the room, out of the room and down to the second floor.
What?
Hey, you two. What's going on? What's all the fuss?
What?
Met. It's a little after 8 right now. Met Byakuya and Toko on the second floor. You guys playing a game or something? Does it freaking look like we're playing a game? Listen, have either of you seen Kyoko or Hifumi?
You've gotta be kidding.
Nope, sure haven't. Are they on this floor? We just got here ourselves. Well, claims to have just gotten there as we arrived. I heard some kind of uproar, so I came running. We came here together.
Stop talking.
No, you're just stalking me. Anyway, can you guys help us look?
What?
Why? What happened? There's no time. We'll explain later.
That's fine.
Fine. Sounds like something interesting is going on. Hifumi, Kyoko, if you can hear me, say something. Her voice echoed down the hall in vain.
Oh.
Did you hear something? Maybe.
Perhaps.
I think it came from the library. Damn, good hearing. Let's go. We ran to the library as fast as our legs would carry us. When we opened the door to the library... Oh! It hurts. It hurts. We found Hifumi, seriously injured. Found Hifumi in the library with a head wound. Are you okay? I'm glad to see you're still alive. It's super bad though. Look at all the blood.
What?
How did you get hurt?
That guy hit me.
What guy?
Robo Justice. That's what I decided to call him just now.
Oh, RJ. Okay.
What did you say?
What are you talking about? Oh, hammer on the floor.
That guy was Robo Justice.
This Robo Justice you're referring to, is it not?
What the hell
Who
are you
else?
looking at?
Fair question. This is the one that attacked Celeste and Hifumi. Isn't that right, Hifumi?
Yeah, that's him. I'm sure of it.
Unforgivable.
There's not much room for mistaking him.
Robo Justice.
It can't be.
Robo Justice, huh?
Damn.
This just keeps getting stranger. It's got a 2 on it. It's a hammer, just like the one Celeste was attacked with, but this one, Justice Hammer 2. Hifumi attacked with Justice Hammer 2. And on top of that, this one is actually a little bigger than the first. Slightly bigger hammer. Okay.
He attacked me with that hammer. Bonked me right on the head with it.
Well,
A hammer that big. I'm surprised you're still okay.
I'm not okay. Look at all this blood. Hey.
Protein helps heal wounds, you know. Would you like some? Amazing. I have never heard such a thing. Are you sure it isn't just you? Just in time. It's him.
A robot of justice, huh? Now things are really starting to get exciting. What kind of special moves does it have? Can it fly? Can it combine?
What?
Thanks for your input. Why is he here?
are you okay with
Let us not concern ourselves with him. What we need to do now is get Hifumi to the nurse's office. Whatever else we do, he needs to be treated as soon as possible. You're right, let's go.
Thanks, everyone.
We moved Hifumi to the nurse's office. Why am I writing first floor? I know where the nurse's office is. How you feeling, Hifumi? You want to take a look? Want me to take a look at you?
I'm okay. I think it stopped bleeding. I'm still kind of dizzy, though.
So then,
Perhaps you should rest here a while.
Good idea.
The rest of us should get back to looking for that mystery assailant.
yes, indeed.
We also still haven't found Hiro or Kyoko. The Justice Hammers seem to be increasing in size. First 1, now 2.
In other words,
If there is a Justice Hammer 3, we can only assume it's bigger than the first 2. If you get hit with anything bigger than that, you'd be dead for sure. Tell us what happened to you, Hifumi.
I woke up early this morning and started looking for Alter Ego ahead of everyone else.
How early? Okay.
I went to the
Went to the 3rd floor. I'll just put it somewhere around the 7 a.m. mark, assuming around there. I went to
the 3rd floor. That's where the strange costumed man attacked me.
That must be what I witnessed at around 7 this morning. Okay, 7.
After that, he dragged me to the library and whack, down came the hammer. That must have been 30 or 40 minutes ago.
So like 7:20 to 30. Bonk. Around 7:30, in other words, we would still have been in the dining hall. Which means Hina, Sakura, and I were together, and Kyoko was still with us. So we all have alibis. True. I was in the laundry room doing my laundry. His black underwear is as black as the pitch black darkness of the blackest night. Okay.
what?
Why do you know that? A mystery indeed. Isn't it obvious? 'Cause I was peeking. Anyway, so that means Byakuya and Toko were together at the time. meaning they also have alibis. Not necessarily. I don't trust them. I mean, we can unequivocally trust the people that we were with, but I don't trust Byakuya and Toko. The only ones who don't have alibis for when Celeste and Hifumi are attacked were the only two we haven't seen yet, Hiro and Taka.
Very strange.
I don't know. I'm already a little suspicious of the things Celeste said. By the way, what happened to Kyoko? I haven't seen her anywhere. Oh yeah, she was supposed to be checking the second floor, but I didn't see her up there. Where could she have disappeared to? She's disappeared, huh? What a strange woman.
That's it.
She might be exactly as I suspected. Oh, you think she's the spy? Too obvious, bro. Kyoko was with us in the dining hall when Celeste and Hifumi were attacked. I'm not talking about who attacked them.
In other words,
I'm referring to what we talked about last night, who the mastermind spy might be. Are you saying Kyoko's working with the mastermind? That's... I mean, it is, but I don't think it's gonna be her. It just seems too obvious. You know, the most, like, the one we know the least about, they'd figure that's who you'd go for. Isn't it? This woman, who seems almost eager to handle dead bodies, hasn't even revealed her true identity. Save this discussion for later. Right now, we need to focus on finding the suspicious individual.
Okay.
If we don't hurry, there's only going to be more victims. That might be why Kyoko, Taka, and Hiro haven't shown up yet. She's right, we have to do something about that mystery man.
Don't worry about me. I'll catch up with you guys after I rest for a bit.
Understood. Take care of yourself. Let's go. Alright. So whoever's running is running around, why are they wearing that weird costume? Don't bother looking for reason from a deviant. Okay, bro. Presumably it's to hide their identity, though.
What to do?
Well, I mean, obviously, right? I mean, you know, it's one of us. I don't think this is an outside party. Because why the fuck would Monokuma do that? What are we gonna do? Split up and look around? Our opponent is very dangerous. We don't know what they're capable of, even here.
what?
What's wrong? I saw a shadow. Something moving around at the top of the stairs. Hifumi. I really think that we're gonna need to keep a very strict track of this timeline of events. Because if this is all happening, like, in front of us, this is going to be important. So, Celeste saw a shadow on stairs. After we returned with Fumi. Really? Up on the second floor, then. You bastard! You won't get away from me. We all shot toward the stairs. He must be around here somewhere. Let's split up and corner him. We should not do that. Don't take any chances. As soon as you find him, call and I'll come running.
Oh,
Okay, but what should we yell?
just a second.
Anything!
So then.
Is ha okay?
What do you say?
Ha or doya or whatever you want. Just yell loud enough. Doya? I have never heard such a reaction. Whatever, just hurry up and start looking. Mr. Robot, where are you hiding? If you don't come out, we're gonna decommission ya. Come on out or I'm gonna cancel you. Alright. Bathrooms seem too obvious. I'm not going in the bathroom. Anything cooking in the library again? Hammer's still there. Archives. Nothing looks disturbed. Though the room was already messy, it's a little hard to tell. Wait, let me just... No. Oh! That strange cry had to be Celeste. The floor above. She's on the third floor? I guess so. I sprinted up to the third floor.
Everyone.
Over here, everyone. Everyone who heard the scream came running.
Just a second.
What's wrong?
What?
That was a rather intense scream for someone like you. I saw him, the strange costumed man. He ran off as soon as I screamed. Celeste saw him on the 3rd floor. I was blocking the stairs, so he headed further into the hallway and disappeared. He must be down the hall. Come on, let's go. What is it now? Bad timing. Whoa, it's really true. But that doesn't matter right now. Really? Huh? What was that? It came from downstairs. It must have been Hifumi. He's in the nurse's office. This is bad. We have to go back. What about the suspect? We've gone to all this trouble to capture him, right? Then why don't we split up into 2 groups?
All clear now.
I'll lead the hunting party. That seems much more interesting.
So then.
Makoto and Hina, you come with me to the nurse's office. I will leave the capture of the suspicious individual to Toko, Sakura, and Byakuya. Let's split up. Gang. Toko, Sakura, Byakuya. Looking on the 3rd floor. All else back to the nurse's office.
So then.
We'll handle it. Just go take care of Hifumi. Okay, I mean, Fumi's screaming. Like, is the killer downstairs? Is there more than one? Me, Celeste, and Hina all ran down to the 1st floor.
Just a second.
He's in the nurse's office. Let's go. We stormed into the nurse's office, and what greeted us was a world of dripping crimson. Hifumi was dead. Everything was covered in red, and in the center of all this red was Hifumi.
No!
Ah!
What the?
It looks like something very bad has happened. I certainly was not expecting this. I did not imagine that Hifumi would be murdered.
No.
Murdered? You're not serious, are you? He's not really dead, is he?
A body has been discovered. After a certain amount of time, which you may use however you like, the class trial will begin.
What the? That was the body discovery announcement, so he's pretty dead. When 3 or more people discover a body, that's what plays. And since we just heard it, that means Hifumi, someone killed him. One of us. One of us? And look at that. So he pointed to something with the hammer, I assume. Something a bit, yeah. Is this Justice Hammer 3? Another hammer. Yep. Killed with Justice Hammer 3. Head wound. Head wound. I imagine that's going to be in the Monokuma file, but, you know. Diligence. Is even bigger than the other 2. Just as I suspected, 1 strike from that and you are finished. Then the killer. There can be no doubt the suspicious individual, going by what Hifumi called him, the culprit must be Robo Justice. Whoever's hiding in that costume is the one that killed Hifumi. But wait, you saw him on the 3rd floor, right? Running back into the hall? How did he end up in the nurse's office? You're not saying they, like, teleported, are you?
Are you okay with this?
We can figure that part out later. I mean, we don't have nearly enough to figure anything out right now, but that's weird. Okay, Celeste says she saw Robo Justice on the 3rd floor just before we discovered Hifumi. That's weird. Surely there aren't 2 Robo Justice costumes. Well, no, I guess there doesn't need to be. We don't know anything yet. We haven't investigated. I shouldn't be trying to figure anything out yet, really. Shall we go? Hina, snap out of it. Are you okay, Hina?
Sorry.
I'm not sure I can move right now. This is a problem. We can't just leave Hina here alone. I'll go get everyone. You stay here with Hina. Very well, I'll leave it to you then. Okay, I'll be back soon. I tried to sound confident and upbeat, but I still hadn't stopped trembling for what I'd been through. Everyone else is on the 3rd floor. It's where everyone was chasing the suspicious individual. Where were they headed? That's okay, we don't need the flashback again. That happened not long ago. Further into the hallway. I'm assuming physics lab, but I'm going to check these rooms on the way. Nothing looks disturbed. There were more mallets there before, weren't there? Like, this had more mallets on it, didn't it? Okay, nothing insightful to say right now. I'm pretty sure there were like 2 full rows of mallets. This isn't surprising. The mallets had to come from somewhere, though, didn't they? So it's not really surprising. Where am I going? Right. Nobody? As far as I can tell, nobody's here. I feel some kind of presence. This presence is coming from over there, in the back. Hiding? Okay. I leapt through the doorway, and when I did, I found another nightmare. Ah, fuck me. Taka dead in physics lab storage. In a pool of his own blood was Taka dead. Let me put that on the timeline. Oh, now we're going to Deadly Life. Feels like we got there a bit ago already. Tidy up. Ifumi's body discovered in the nurse's office. Taka's body discovered in the equipment room. I was witness to 2 nightmares, one right after another. Where's everybody else on this floor, though? They weren't nightmares. This is harsh reality. The true nightmare is this reality. The reality I have to face every day. But still. Why is this happening? Oh, that must be Justice Hammer 4. You doing good? Justice Hammer 4. Another hammer. Yep. Justice Hammer 4. Alright. So that suspicious individual responsible for killing Taka too? I mean, yeah, probably. What's going on, guys? Okay. Good talk. Taka. Damn it, why did this happen? What do you want me to do? Toko? Toko too? No. She just passed out when she saw the blood. The blood? Yeah. We tried everything to get her to wake up, but no luck. Just leave her be for now. It's like he said, I should just leave her alone.
However,
why is it Justice Hammer 4? What do you mean? Celeste was attacked with Justice Hammer 1, then Hifumi was hit with Justice Hammer 2. But this time it was Justice Hammer 4. What happened to 3? Hold on. Shouldn't there have been 2 body discovery announcements? Maybe we found them at the same time? Because there was a body announcement when we found Hifumi. but he didn't declare the body up here. Shouldn't he have declared both of them? I guess maybe... This is going to be part of the timeline thing, isn't it? Let me just note this over here. Off on the side. Only one body discovery announcement. That's weird, though could possibly be explained by Monokuma later. But I want to bear that in mind. What's the matter? You mentioned Justice Hammer 3, you just reminded me. Just reminded you. Do you know something? Taka's not the only one that's been killed. Hifumi's dead too. What?
Hey!
Hifumi's been killed. Yeah.
I see.
Which is why you came to get us. Then we better go check it out. Of course. Come on. So Sakura, Byakuya, and I rushed out of the physics lab. But as soon as we were out of the physics lab... Ah! Celeste, aren't you supposed to be waiting in the nurse's office? Something has come up. What now? Hifumi is dead, right? That is not all. It is gone. What's gone? It has disappeared. What? Hifumi's body? Explain. What are you talking about? It's disappeared? Don't be ridiculous.
Come on.
Are you serious? What the heck is happening here? Back to the nurse's office. This is getting fucking weird, dude. I practically leapt down the stairs, nearly losing my balance. I reached the nurse's office, completely out of breath. Yep, he's fucking gone. Hifumi's body disappeared. I couldn't believe my eyes. Hifumi's body was just there a few minutes earlier. It just disappeared? Me and Celeste went to the bathroom, but when we were only gone for like a minute. And when we got back, this must be the work of the culprit. They must have come and carried the body away. They must be really enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused. That's a kind of weird statement. Do you mean they're in the room with us? Alright, went to bathroom. Not gone long. Fumi disappeared. We're all going to die here. Just like those guys did.
What did you say?
Did you catch that? Celeste just said, guys. She hasn't seen Taka's body. Right. Hold on. Let me look at the log. Yep, just like those guys died. She's not seen Taka. And we haven't mentioned Taka. I've cracked the case, boys. Well, maybe not. But last time I thought I noticed something verbally, it turned out to be true with Mondo. I don't believe a body would just disappear. Either way, it can't just be Celeste, because Celeste obviously didn't move Hifumi's body. First there were 2 murders, and now one of the bodies was taken? This is unnatural. What do you mean, 2 murders? Taka's been killed. We found him in the equipment room.
No way!
Can't be. Taka too?
No!
Calm down. We're all gonna die. All of us. They're gonna kill all of us. Then who might the next target be? Toko? Huh? I completely forgot. She's still unconscious in the equipment room.
Well,
You left her at the scene of the crime? We didn't have a choice. She passed out and refused to wake up.
huh?
So she is still unconscious. Wait, so you knew she was still up there and said nothing? Why? That annoying little insect clings to me wherever I go. We'd be better off without her.
Bastard!
Not in... Man, that's like base level asshole-ish I expect at this point. Calm down, you forgot about her, didn't you? You have no right to blame me. Everyone stop fighting, we need to hurry back. I can't take this anymore. I don't want anyone else to die. Byakuya, if something happens to Toko, I'll never forgive you. We shot out of the nurse's office and bolted up the stairs, heading back to the 3rd floor. We ran back to the equipment room at full speed, and when we got there... Fuck me! Alright, so I guess... Well, this definitely wasn't Celeste. Taka's body vanished while we were gone. Toko still unconscious. Toko! Thank God you're okay. But right away I noticed there was something very different here. He got wheeled away as well, it looks like, because, you know, pretty obvious blood streaks there. Taka's body, which should have been right there, had disappeared. This can't be happening. Are we hallucinating all this or something? No, it's not a hallucination. I know I saw it before, and what I'm seeing now isn't what I saw before. Yeah, good job. Are you saying Taka disappeared too?
Stop talking.
Stop saying disappeared. They didn't just vanish into thin air. Obviously whoever did this has hidden the body. Why would they do that? I couldn't possibly begin to imagine. Anyway, our costumed suspect is clearly continuing his crime spree. We still haven't found Hiro or Kyoko. So is it one of them? Kinda has to be, right? We gotta catch him before he kills all of us, too.
Possible.
I don't think you have to worry about that. Think about it. Who could possibly be responsible for killing and hiding these dead bodies? When Hifumi's death cry went up, everyone was here together on the 3rd floor. After that, we split into 2 groups. And now this time you all came here as a group from the nurse's office. In other words, the only ones who could have done this are Hiro and Kyoko, who are still missing. This is reasonable, but I'm extremely suspicious of Celeste. Hold on a second. Kyoko has an alibi for when Celeste and Hifumi were attacked. I'm playing the event back through my mind. Celeste has also been unusually commanding. Because she was the one that decided we should split up. And she's also the one that's like, oh, go do this. You know, she's been unusually involved in proceedings, you know. But, to be fair, we haven't had quite, like, a crisis situation before. There's no question she was in the dining hall with us. You seem very adamant about defending her. Perhaps you are in love? That's not it at all. Well, anyway, yes, I do accept Kyoko's alibi.
Let's see.
Which means the suspicious individual we're looking for can be none other than Hiro. Which further means there will be no more murders. The regulations are very clear about that. Alright, you can only kill a maximum of 2 people.
That's right.
As long as that rule is in place, there will not be a 3rd murder. If they break that rule... I'd mince ya! Mince you without a second thought. Mince you, grind you, turn you into paste. By the way, did you know that fish paste can also refer to shellfish, like shrimp or crabs? Thanks, Monokuma. Indeed.
Let's see.
Since 2 people have been killed, there is no possibility of any more. You knew that from the beginning, didn't you, Byakuya? Which means you knew Toko was never in danger. I still meant it when I said we'd be better off without her, though.
In other words,
Anyway, with that in mind, you can relax now and search for the 2 missing bodies. The 2 missing bodies. 2 people have been killed and their bodies have been hidden. The only one without an alibi, the only one who could have done it is Hiro. But is he really the killer? What about Kyoko? I mean, yeah, it's way too early in things to really say definitively, but let's just say I'm underlining Celeste's name a few times right now. She's not involved in the case. Where did she go? What? True, Kyoko they have vanished off the face of the earth, it looks like. What's the matter? Oh, it's nothing. Whatever. We need to find those bodies or our little narrative here can't move forward.
So then,
Very well. Let us split up and begin searching.
but
There is no need to be afraid. No more murders will take place during this case.
I mean,
I know that. I mean, I think I do, but if you are still nervous, I'll come with you. Thank you. No need to thank me. Let's get moving. Alright. I guess well, might as well start with the art room again. We gotta go past it anyway. The door must be locked. And we're not going to investigate that matter further? Art storage room suddenly is locked. Guys, thoughts?
huh?
Where could the two dead bodies have disappeared to?
Damn.
We need to search for the bodies. Really, we have nothing else to say about this? The door was not locked. We went in there before. Door locked. Between us. Coming to look for second group. And the bodies disappearing. I'm assuming they are in that room, but apparently we don't want to investigate the suddenly locked door. So, you know, that's fine. I'm sure it's not important. Probably not in the rec room, but you never know. Nope. Alright, I'm not looking in the classrooms. I think the classrooms are never going to have anything in them. Wait. Oh. Better look around this floor first. Fine. If I must. Oh, what a surprise. There's nothing in this classroom. I'm going to look like a real idiot. Whoa! Makoto,
Come on.
why are you just standing there? We need to get to the repository. You mean...
Indeed.
I found them. They've been hidden in the repository. How strange. I'm going the wrong way. I'm a fucking idiot. Nope, I'm not going to be able to write that while I'm doing this. Are the bodies here somewhere? Is the repository? I guess it's unlocked. I'm gonna underline Celeste's name again. Celeste found the bodies in the locked room. I saw. I mean, there's no way Celeste moved fucking Hifumi up here. The two bodies that had disappeared were right there. The smell of blood made me gag. What I saw before my eyes was unquestionable, unavoidable, unwavering reality. And then I heard the announcement.
A body has been discovered.
One of them wasn't dead. So here's the second body announcement. Okay.
After a certain amount of time, which you may use.
I'm a genius, by the way. Right there. Was only one announcement. Good job, self. Now, here's the question. Was the first announcement for Hifumi Ortaka? because we could have entered those rooms at the same time.
So here we are.
The Monokuma file!
I was going to hand them out when you found the body this the first time.
Wait, that's weird phrasing, though.
But I thought something might happen. It was really hard to resist, but turns out I was right.
Just hand it over already.
Punishment is waiting
Make
for
sure
you.
to investigate with all your mental might and prepare for the class trial.
But he did say when you first found the bodies. But he made 2 separate body discovery announcements. Why would he make an announcement for the same body being found a second time? No, I'm sticking to my guns. One of them wasn't dead. Well then, now that we found the bodies, all that's left is to uncover the culprit.
What the heck?
Hold on. How can you be so calm? They're dead, you know?
That's terrible.
Yeah, this is like, you know, nothing new now. This is all too awful. She clutched at Hifumi's lifeless body.
Who would do this? Why? Why?
Large, wet tears fell from her eyes. The tears landed on Hifumi's cheeks. If this were some world of make-believe, that might have been when Hifumi opened his eyes. But this wasn't a movie. This wasn't...
He's alive again? Where am I? Cold. So cold. Is winter coming?
Look. Hifumi wasn't dead. I'm writing it down. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Hifumi wasn't dead in the nurse's office. Because, I mean... What, he's been dead for like 12 minutes and then suddenly revived? Seems unlikely.
Hifumi, wake up!
Huh? That's right. I remember now. Hope's Peak.
Come on, you gotta wake up!
I remember everything
Who bonked you?
before I met you all. I met you all.
Huh. His memories are all blending together. He has nothing useful to offer us.
The light
No, don't do it!
reaching out
Don't do it!
to me like the tail of a comet.
Hey, Hifumi! Who was it? Who attacked you? Who tried to kill you?
Who killed me? That's right. I remember their name. Yasu.
Fairly damning evidence. Said hero's name as he died. His eyes closed, and they never opened again. Death for the second time. Suspicious. Absolute undeniable. It doesn't make sense that he would die that much later. 'Cause, like, what? So he got killed in the... Like, he got killed in the nurse's office, got dragged up here, then suddenly came back to life? I don't buy it. It seems like way too much time passed in between those two moments for him to have reasonably come back to life again. I feel like you'd need to discover him way closer to getting killed for him to revive. No matter how many more of Hina's tears splashed his face, there was no second miracle. Reality set in again. This isn't some stereotypical fantasy world. Tears can't restore a person's vitality.
Honestly.
You have no tears, do you? No blood in your veins, no calcium in your bones. Okay. At least you have your meat.
Stop talking.
You're just angry. Going out of his way to return just to leave us with those unnecessary dying words. Now this game has become exceedingly boring. Nah, it's never that simple. He said Yasuhiro, right?
Then perhaps...
That's the only person he could have been referring to.
So, in other words...
And with that, the case is solved. No. There has to be, well, maybe, but there has to be a bare minimum of 2 people involved in this because people can't teleport. Assaulting people and even killing Taka and Hifumi, then going so far as to hide their bodies. A criminal that hides his face behind a mask and uses a bunch of giant wooden hammers. Is this what Hiro is? No. Well, I mean, I guess it could be. Like, if I was gonna trust Sayaka's dying message, I kind of have to trust Hifumi's as well, right? Consistency. So, it could be Hiro, but there has to be at least one other person involved, because 2 people were spotted at the same time. Or, well, no. While we were on the 3rd floor, Hifumi was being killed in the nurse's office. But Celeste said she saw somebody on the 3rd floor. So, and they didn't go downstairs past our entire group, so there has to be 2 people. If it's true, I can't forgive him. No way I can ever forgive him. To kill 2 of our friends. Anyway, it's about time we track down the culprit in our life or death game here. Although this time, it's not all that life or death. The trial will conclude without much trouble.
Indeed.
It does look that way. It's going to begin again. We have to go through this one more time. We got more than one, I'm sure. I have to accept it. No choice but to go through with this to make sure everyone survives. I have to. We've done a bad job on that. Alright. I better check the Monokuma file. The victims were Hifumi and Kayotaka Ishimaru. Cause of death for each was a blow to the head. It is thought that they were killed with a similar weapon. Similar, not the same. Well, I mean, I guess obviously, right? Because Justice Hammer 4 was in the... Wait, did that get picked up? Did the one that was in the storage room get picked up? I don't remember. We'll find out. That's
Very
it.
strange.
We've got way less information this time than before. That is no problem. All the events of this case unfolded before our very eyes. Yes. Which is why I have this big line drawn. We should know more about what happened in the Monokuma file could anyway. Maybe.
Well,
There's something else that's bothering me. Someone else has been missing for quite a while. Kyoko. Without a doubt, she has an alibi for when Celeste and Hifumi were attacked. But what if the killer wasn't acting alone? What if they had an accomplice? An accomplice? What are you doing here?
Monokuma
Don't be rude. I'm here to answer your question.
Yep.
You're talking about accomplices. I'm pretty sure I explained it before.
You did.
Speaking of...
They don't get to
so
get
yes,
out.
murder is allowed. So in other words,
But there's no gratification in it. But, right? 2 people died. So, the real question is, can 2 students be blackened at the same time? Is the question I have. Because if there's 2 dead bodies, like, there's no reason for one person to kill 2 people. Right? That just increases the risk of you being caught. So there has to be some other reason.
so then.
Nobody worked together this time either. Can't answer that, it would extract. So, yes. So, here's the thing. There's no reason for one person to kill 2 people. Unless you have to. As in, like, you got found or something while you were murdering the first one. So, why would there be 2 dead bodies? Well, you make a deal. I'll kill one, and then I'll help you kill the other one. Can 2 students be blackened at the same time like that and get out? In which case, then, there is a reason to have an accomplice. If you can both be blackened simultaneously.
I just want to make sure you don't forget, no matter how much you might assist in a murder. Only one blackened can graduate. An accomplice gets nothing.
Only one blackened can graduate. Like, but what if the... We'll find out, I guess. There's no point worrying about it right at the start. We only need to figure out who that one blackened is that did the killing, right? Just like normal. Let me take this opportunity to clarify the whole shebang. In this class trial, what you need to determine is the one true blackened who devised the murder plot and put it into action.
Well now.
That's enough for explainifying. Now it's time to get down to the final battle between you all and the blackened.
An accomplice wouldn't benefit. That didn't really answer my question exactly, but I guess it was close enough. No, there has to be an accomplice. There has to be. There's... We'll figure it out, I guess. Again, we haven't actually investigated anything yet. If that's true, then Kyoko, where are you? As long as she's not connected to the case, it doesn't matter. Let's get back to the investigation. I have absolutely no doubt that Hiro is responsible. I'm sure you do. But for the time, I mean, yeah, it's weird that he's missing, but like, you know, does that automatically mean it was him? No. But Hifumi did say his name, so it seems pretty reasonable to assume he's one of them. You know, don't you think we should consider a certain someone a suspect just in case? I'm talking about the murderous fee. It's not her. I'm offended. When did you... I've been looking all over for you. Master. When I woke up, you were nowhere to be found. You there, you milk sack swimmer girl. Milk sack? Why do I gotta be a suspect? I mean, you are a serial killer. This is in 0 ways related to her. There... Blunt weapon, not scissored, not hung up with the scissors. There's absolutely 0 connecting it to her. I'm a special guest every time. I have an alibi, you know. She's right about that. When we heard Hifumi scream, she was with me. This, in and of itself, doesn't convince me, but it doesn't match Genocide Jack's murder modus operandi in any way. And when the body's discovered, she was still lying unconscious in the equipment room. Plus, Taka's body aside, I can't imagine she would have been able to move Hifumi's body.
Yep.
Well, yes, that would be hard to pull off, but also, like, she can't teleport, you know? Again, there's a critical problem that we were blocking the staircase on the 3rd floor when Hifumi died downstairs. I calculate every move I make. I'm not going to kill someone when everyone knows what I look like. They don't call me the murderous fiend for nothing.
What are you saying?
That's not the kind of thing you should be bragging about. On another topic, should we post a guard by the bodies like before? We can't have them disappearing again. Hina and I can handle that. You don't mind, do you, Hina? Sure, I'd be totally useless on the investigation anyway.
It's all clear now.
Then that's that. Let's begin. This whole thing is so strange. All but one of us has an alibi, so figuring out who did it should be obvious, but... Maybe it's just me, I don't think it's going to be as straightforward as it seems. Obviously not. There's no way they'd just hand us the answer like that. That's also the thing that, like, kind of separates Sayaka's message from, Hifumi's, to me, is that, like, you had to go through a layer of deduction to actually figure out that she had written Leon on the wall. It's not unreasonable to assume not everybody would pick up on the fact it wasn't numbers immediately, right? So you have to actually figure that out. But would they really just give you the name straight up like that? We'll see. So first off, Taka got wheeled here on this. I mean, in that bundle as well, or in that tarp. It's a dolly. It doesn't have a handle. I saw this in the art room before. I guess it used to move the statues around. Wait, this was in the art room before? I guess it's kind of awkward, but if you bend down, it's not too hard to use. But wait. Wasn't this in the okay. Yeah, so this was over there. Look at the wheel. Okay, this is the one it was moved on. There's blood on the dolly. What's the explanation for that? I wonder. I can't possibly imagine. So, Taka was wrapped in a tarp. And wheeled to the repository. So, he'll never move again. Died to a blow to the head. Justice Hammer 4. Tarp laid under his body. Yes. There wasn't any blood left behind while the body was moved. Why did they care about that? Why did they wrap... What? That's a good point. Why did they wrap him in a tarp? Like, why did that really matter? Right? It's not like any... Like, so what if he dripped blood on the way here? We know he got moved here. Why did they feel the need to wrap him in a tarp? Ifumi's big, cold body is laying on the floor. His really big body. How on earth was the killer able to move someone so big? Yeah, that's the other thing, isn't it? Hifumi had to get from the first floor to the third floor. All the way from the first floor to the third floor, and without anyone noticing it. It's no good, I just don't get it. No, it's way too early to make a call like that. I was thinking about something, but I'd be making a really big leap to go straight there. I can think about it later, for now I have to finish investigating Hifumi. Hifumi's fatal injury was also a blow to the head, probably from Justice Hammer 3. Huh? Wait. Something's off about his body. Something's different? What's different? Yeah. His glasses. Hifumi wasn't dead. So the first announcement was for Taka's body. So this isn't much of a leap, right? While Celeste and Hina. While Celeste and Hina were in the bathroom, Hifumi got up, cleaned his glasses, and went to the third floor. His glasses were covered with blood, because there's no reason for anybody else to clean his glasses off other than him, is there? So it has to have been him. They're completely clean. Someone wiped his glasses off. Who would do that and why? Yeah, it could only have really been Hifumi, couldn't it? And I was already pretty sure Hifumi wasn't dead, so that's a nice confirmation. Why am I clicking on Taka again? Hammers of all different sizes, mallets, designed using these as a model. Either way, all the hammers have obviously seen a lot of use, but they're all covered in debris and chalky stone powder. Wait, for some reason this one hammer isn't dirty at all, and it's wet. Did someone wash it recently? One unpainted mallet was recently used and washed. Hifumi likely died in repository with the unpainted hammer, not Justice Hammer 3. Okay. Thoughts, boys? There are many aspects to the incident this time. Too many. Yeah, my page looks like a fucking mess. Considering that, it may be good to look back on everything that's happened. No, that's okay, I have it written down. Though it's getting progressively harder and harder to actually track what's happening.
So,
I've been thinking about something. It's about the repository. What is it? We split up to look around. Sakura and stuck together. Came back to... Yeah, it was locked. Thank God someone noted it. Who locked it? Why is it unlocked now? Well, Celeste is the one that found the bodies. Just saying. There might be some secret lurking in there. Have to leave the area to figure it out. Okay. Byakuya, thoughts? Do you think really Hero really did it? I don't see how anyone could think otherwise. When the attacks and murders and disappearances happened, every one of us had an alibi. And the last thing Hifumi said when he died... Yeah, he said Hiro's name. There's no room to suspect anyone else. I mean, yeah, like, as his dying message, why would he lie in the dying message? I don't know. But if he did do it, why would he hide his identity with that weird costume? Good point. Could Hifumi even fit in the costume? Maybe he thought that... Wait, what am I talking about? I think I just had a fucking stroke. Leave me alone. Maybe he thought that no matter what happened, he'd be safe as long as his face was covered. Because he can't be the fool of... Because he's the fool of the century, you say. He is kinda dumb. But do you really think that's enough to explain it? What? Is that it? That's all about... bothers you about the case? No, there are other things. Why did the killer try to hide the bodies? This is the most vexing part right now. Why did Taka's body need to get moved? And why did they feel the need to wrap it in a tarp? This is the part that really vexes me right now. They probably figured that it couldn't be... If we couldn't find the bodies, we couldn't complete our investigation. No, that doesn't make any sense. We're obviously gonna find them. We found the bodies pretty easily, didn't we? Again, it comes back to the fact that the culprit was a moron. Is that really? It seems really... The other thing that bothers me is, why did they kill 2 people? Yeah, there's just no reason. What? Well, the rule says if you can kill someone and get away with it, you graduate. So if you're the killer, your #1 priority is not getting caught. But killing 2 people means more clues, more chances you'll get found out. This is exactly the logic I was using, yes.
I see.
Perhaps. I see what that means. Is everything okay? Don't talk to me as if we're friends. Okay. You have my appreciation. Thanks to you, I have some fun. Might have some fun with this after all. He talked as if he'd figured something out. But if he did, wouldn't it have killed him to tell me what it was? He's probably also thinking that the accomplice was told they would get to murder somebody. Because, yeah, there is no reason for one person to murder 2 people. There's definitely a lock on the door, but it can only be locked from inside the repository. Killer was in the repository while it was locked. Door locks on inside, not out. Easy. Door can only be locked from the inside, which makes me wonder. Hina and Sakura confirmed the door was locked after we started looking for the missing bodies. In other words, when Hina checked it, somebody had already gone in the repository and locked the door. When they were done, they unlocked it and left, which is why it's unlocked now. But Hina claims that there's no way someone could have beaten them to the repository. So that certain someone... There's gotta be a clue around here somewhere. There are some places I already know about. First, the nurse's office, the equipment room. Let's go! We're on the 3rd floor, so we may as well go to the equipment room first. Why did they move the bodies? That's the part that's really getting me. Why did they move the bodies? Well, why did they move Taka's body? I'm fairly settled at this point that Hifumi moved himself. But why did he then move Taka? Alright. Justice Hammer. It was used to kill Taka. But the murder weapon was just left here. Isn't the hammer a little clean, actually? The hammer doesn't have any blood on it. Some kind of tire marks, yeah. About the dolly. Blood on the tire. Taka's body was moved from the equipment room to the repository using the dolly. Yep. That should definitely have been possible. Even if the dolly was used to move Taka's body, what about Hifumi? Hifumi moved himself. Even with the dolly, there's no way he could get up to the 3rd floor. No, I've already cracked that puzzle. Toko, thoughts? Well, Jill. I was sleeping right here when the killer carried the body away.
What?
I'm super pissed I missed such an ultimately rare event. This tarp. Mm-hmm. Okay. Cool. Shelves, anything cooking back there? No. Oh, wait. Push the button. Well, this was an illuminating visit. Alright, let's go back down to the nurse's office and investigate that area. Okay. Celeste. What are you investigating, Celeste? I'm not investigating anything, precisely speaking. I am simply going around, seeing if Hiro might be hiding. What about you? Oh, you know, checking this and that. Main thing on my mind is how someone could have moved Hifumi's body. How Hifumi was moved, eh? When it disappeared, you were supposed to be in the nurse's office, right?
Yes, indeed.
Correct. Hina was not feeling well, so I stayed behind to look after her. But she seemed to be getting worse, so I took her to the bathroom. And when you got back, the body was gone. We could not have been gone for more than a minute or two, though. Yeah, Hina said the same thing. The killer was able to get it and move Hifumi's body in that short amount of time.
Indeed.
It would seem so. To carry off someone as big as Hifumi in only a couple of minutes is... I can't think of anything less than impossible. Yeah? Unless it was Hifumi. Okay, can't look at the blood. What we got? Ooh, the bin. It's just a trash can. Something's inside. Well... It's a glass of cleaning cloth. Oh, look at that. It's got fucking Pudgy Princess, whatever the fuck on it. Wow, I wonder who this could belong to. It's also covered in blood. Crazy. Did you find something? There was a cleaning cloth in the trash can. A cleaning cloth? It's all bloody. Whoever this belonged to must have used it to wipe up some blood. I like how he says that like it isn't immediately obvious who and what blood. But who would need to do something like that? A complete mystery. I can think of no one. Me either. I think it might be important. You stupid fucking bitch. It seems pretty fucking obvious at this point Hifumi moved himself. Anything else? This fridge? Refrigerator. After everything I've been through, I'm totally parched. There's a bunch of blood packets in here, for blood transfusions, I guess. Doesn't help me, though, I'm not a vampire. I hadn't really thought about that. I guess Hifumi did need to find the blood from somewhere, right? Because if he moved himself, obviously that means he didn't actually get attacked, which means he needed to get blood on himself somehow. If there's blood just in the fridge, I guess that solves that problem. Though I hadn't thought about that. I guess I should have done. I should have been like, where did he get the blood from to fake this, but... So this is where you've been. I've been looking for you. You have. I wanted to thank you for what you did. Not that you meant to, but you ended up making this little game of ours very interesting. You should go to Hiro's room. Oh, and let me give you this. This is the note Hiro wrote to get us all to meet up, right? You remember it well. Well, the penmanship was pretty remarkable, so it left an impression.
All clear now.
This makes it clear, right? This is a trap. What is? Things grow ever more exciting. What are you talking about? I've already repaid my debt. I don't owe you any more explanation. Goodbye. Is he implying that Hiro didn't write the note? Who said to give the note? Hiro said to... Somebody told him to give the note. But I don't remember who it was. Why am I going this way? This isn't the right way. Alright, let's go to Hiro's room.